Hey guys, it's Game79 and welcome back to episode 79 of my Manchester City career. Now in today's episode, we've got a few more games to play left of the season. It will probably be the penultimate episode of the season today, and maybe even the penultimate episode of the series. So it might be the second to last one ever that we have of the Manchester City career mode. We'll have to wait and see. It does kind of depend also on today's episode, but I might well have made my mind up already. I'll take a look at some of your comments from the last episode as well to determine exactly whether this is going to be the last season that we do on the Manchester City career mode. Obviously very, very close down to FIFA 18, but in today's episode, game against Liverpool to kick things off. That's in the league, of course. We're pretty much confirmed second now, if not already confirmed second. We can't quite win the league title anymore, sadly. Then a game against Barcelona, that is the competition that we still have something to try and do in. Obviously got the second leg of that. The first leg was a 2-1 victory over Barcelona, and we're hoping to try and get into the final so we can win the Champions League. Chelsea will also be in today's episode as well, maybe even the game against Sunderland, although that might be left until next episode, which could be the final one for us to play. Obviously depending on whether we get into the final. If we don't get into the final, then we'll just sim the last game of the season probably. But let's crack up in today's episode. Before we do though, if we could try and hit 100 likes, I'd really appreciate it. Also, if you're new to the channel or if you haven't subscribed yet, please go ahead, hit that subscribe as well down below, and that'd be absolutely fantastic. Let's crack up on this game against Liverpool. This is the side that I'm going to go with. Donnarumma starts in goal, Kyle Walker, Mangala, Gomez and Ferreira in defence. Goodwin, Castro and Delph in midfield with Moreno, Ribeiro and Belotti starting as our front three. Of course, a changed team, given the fact that we are now focusing on the Champions League. Not too much to achieve really in the league anymore, and we are a decent chunk of points in front of Liverpool, so we should really be able to get ourselves, I still think, a good enough result here against Liverpool. Wait and see. They're obviously the team below us, so you know, if they were to win, then it would put them a little bit closer to us. We'll have to wait and see how we get on. Okay then, here we go against Liverpool at Anfield for this match. Can we get ourselves 3 points? Of course, it's one that we want to try and win, but inevitably we are obviously just kind of playing this game for the sake of it, really, to finish off the season, with it being one of the bigger games. But yeah, it doesn't really have that much of a meaning, to be honest, hence why we changed around the team quite a lot. But still hoping for a good performance. I think these guys will still be competing to try and get into a Champions League team, whether that be the semi-final match or whether it be the final if we get there. So there is still very much spaces up for grabs for them if they play well in this game. It's an injury for us in the opening 10 minutes. Who's this coming off? Mangala's going to come off. We'll bring on Nerig and he'll have to play alongside Gomez. I don't think I've actually paired these two up before, to be honest, in defence, but I'm sure they'll do a decent job for us. Disappointing to have made a change inside the first 10 minutes and to lose Mangala. Hopefully not too bad. I wasn't really expecting to play in the next couple of games, especially at the Champions League game anyway. But yeah, very frustrating. It would be nice to have as an option. I'll play Castro. Now to Delph. Back into Castro. It's actually going to find Ribeiro. Back into Fabian Delph, who still has it. Just keeps hold of it. Now plays into Belotti, who skies on his left foot. Should do better from that sort of range. Oh, well played, Donnarumma. Nearly an own goal there. Gomez deflected it right into the path of the keeper. Managed to keep hold of it really well. Half time 0-0. Kind of has a feeling of an end of season sort of match where it doesn't really mean anything, the result. And I suppose that's probably down to the fact that we've made it that. We haven't managed to compete until the end in the title race. And of course we've got now bigger things to try and do in the Champions League. So it's always going to be one of those sort of matches really in the league where it doesn't really mean that much. Currently 0-0, might make a couple of changes here. Manuel, I think, is going to come on. We'll take off Castro, suddenly got really tired. And yeah, we'll make that replacement just at half-time. One more change that we can make if we choose to. Ribeiro still going. Puts it back. Manuel, the substitutes. Moreno following up and... oh, Jesus Christ. That is terrible for Moreno. Should do so much better. Actually puts it further away from goal than he does closer to it. Final change, Delph will bring on Neves, playing at centre attacking mid, again trying to get him to 10 appearances before the end of the season, so he can do one of those youth objectives. Hopefully we've got enough time to be able to do that. I don't really know how many fixtures he's played and how many we'll have left, but I think we might need to get into the final of the Champions League to be able to complete that one, so puts a little bit of extra pressure on us to do that, but hopefully we can. For this game though, there's 25 minutes to go, still remains 0-0, not that many chances to be honest. We probably had the better ones, but only because Liverpool haven't really had any. So yeah, not a fantastic game, currently 0-0, but I think there could be still maybe a goal or two in this game. Oof, that was nearly a chance for them there. The best one so far of the game has come 67 minutes in. Ribeiro looking for a delivery. Gone. Yeah, it's always going to be tricky. I think you need a Robben type player to be able to finish those. Neves looks to start an attack here. Maybe one of the final chances of the game. Ribeiro trying to get forward. Looked very ineffective so far in this match, but this time plays through to Neves, and it's saved well by the goalkeeper. Cutback's absolutely dreadful though from Moreno. Not having a good game at the moment for us. About 10 minutes left of this match. Still looking for a breakthrough goal. A draw would actually be okay, to be honest. It would pretty much confirm us second place. But of course, we're always wanted to win matches, so it's frustrating if we can't get ourselves a goal. That's it, full time, 0-0. Yeah, the only two players that really did okay were the two centre-backs, and that was about it. Really bad performance. Maybe not bad, average would probably be a better word. I hate average performances, but everyone was just so ineffectual, not really trying to ever create anything in this game. The front three were dreadful, really, and certainly didn't help themselves try and get into the starting 11. It was essentially a team full of players that can't get into the starting 11, and it's been proven as to why. But in another draw, I think just make it enough for us now just to finish second. Of course, we want to win the league, but as we saw last episode, it hasn't managed to happen, unfortunately. I think that draw, though, does secure us in second place. Let's crack on with some players rules before this next game against Barcelona. Hopefully a better performance than that. I'd imagine so, given the fact that it's a whole different team. We got Pereira going to 73 overall. He's doing pretty well this season for us. That's down to his finishing and free kick accuracy going up. So a good week for him. De Bruyne accepts a new 400 grand a week contract, which we offered him in between episodes. He wanted a pay increase, and we've also got a year extension on his contract as well. So it's an increase from 300 to 400 grand a week. So a little bit of an increase there that he was after, but we gave it to him anyway, as we had a lot of money on the budget. Player injured Mangala out for 4 weeks with a sprained ankle. Frustrating, of course, because he misses the rest of the season, but still going to have enough options, I think, in that position. Let's crack on to the game against Barcelona. Let's change around the team. Let's hopefully get ourselves into the final of the Champions League. This is the team that we're going to go with. Donnarumma, Cancelo, Stones, Town, Rose in defence. In front of that, we've got Saul, Alaba and Silva in midfield. Sterling, Sané and Gabriel Jesus starting as our front three. This is the bench I've gone with. Nyadek, Kone, De Bruyne, Asensio, Ferreira, Neves and Pereira all get on there. So a few bigger names missing out, as well as having a few youngsters on there. Let's crack on with the game, hopefully get ourselves into the final. Obviously 2-1 up, got ourselves 2 away goals from the last leg. Hopefully not going to concede in this leg to make sure we get through. Also, quick note, this will be Neves' 8th game if he makes, 8th appearance I should say, if he comes on during this match. So we are getting very close to being able to achieve that objective. And I think if he plays the next 2 league games, it should be enough. So even if we don't get to the final, he will have managed to have played the 10 appearances for us to meet that objective, which is obviously great news. But yeah, need to remember to bring him on. That's the most important thing. Well then, here we go for this game against Barcelona. This could be the big match. We've still got this trophy to try and win, and it's the semi-finals, the second leg as well, to determine who gets through to the final in the next few weeks. Let's see how we get on. Got to get ourselves a victory here. Tough match, of course, given the fact that they have such a good team out. In the last game that we played against, in the last leg, they weren't that impressive going forward. I imagine that we might well see a different Barcelona this time round, though. Sterling trying to get in behind PK, still going. Raheem Sterling looking for a cutback. PK got there just in time. Should go out for a corner, I think, here. Bernardo Silva to deliver into the front post. Can we pick anybody out? Ter Stegen will get there. Sterling's still going to keep it alive, though. Alaba on his right foot. Always very optimistic. Cancelo getting forward on the overlap. Not been that many chances so far in this game. Cancelo's still going. Again, can never seem to beat that last guy. And he's out for a goal kick this time. Yeah, not a good first half so far. Not even a Barcelona goal would change us getting through into the next round, though. So we are in a good position in that sense. But of course, we want to be scoring some goals. Can't believe that we're at 0-0 here. Barcelona have had the better opportunities. 2 shots, 1 on target so far. We've not really had that many opportunities ourselves. I thought they've had more than 2 shots, though, to be honest. Could be wrong, though, but yeah, into the second half, got to try and step things up. We are still going through, but we want to go through a little bit better than through a 0-0. Gabriel Jesus onto Raheem Sterling, good pass. Sterling now needs to get in behind the defence, still going. Oh, gets brought down, it's got to be a penalty, doesn't get any of the ball, and that's got to be Bonucci with a card of some sort. Is it yellow or red? It's going to be yellow, with 25 minutes left. Got ourselves a penalty. It'd be nice if we could score this, it would give us a nice little advantage over Barcelona. It's going to be Gabriel Jesus. What's he going to do? He's going to go right, and Ter Stegen doesn't move. 1-0, got ourselves the opening goal that has come from the penalty spot, which is the only sort of downside of the goal, but the goal is the main thing, of course. 3-1 on aggregate, and we've got ourselves a little bit more breathing room over Barcelona. We should now be really through into the next round, but there's still 25 minutes to go, so anything can happen. First change, Gabriel Jesus is going to come off, getting quite tired. I want someone a little bit faster to be able to get in behind on the counter-attack. So Sterling will go up front, and De Bruyne will go onto the right-hand side now. That's going to be the first change. I think we might actually make the next one fairly soon. Neves could come on with a couple of minutes, to be honest, just to make sure we get the appearances. But yeah, I'll have to wait and see. For now, just the first change, though. Oh, Sterling was onside. Holds it up for Bernardo Silva. Wasn't expecting that. Bernardo Silva might have to go on his weaker side unless he can cut it back. Oh, tried to get the cut back right, and then for some reason it fake shot. So close to another goal. Should have really done much better in that position. Should have been well in front now against Barcelona. Sané trying to turn his man and shoots. Difficult angle. Too much on it. Final 2 changes, Pereira and Neves to come on. There's a few minutes to go now. We've got Silva and Alba coming off. De Bruyne will drop back alongside Saul, and we'll have Sterling go back onto the right-hand side. If we don't have enough time to bring them on, then, well, we'll try and find time. We'll hoof the ball out, whatever we have to do, just to make sure they get the appearance. But yeah, we're going to continue to try and attack, see if we can get ourselves another goal maybe. and some of the subs coming on now. That's it. 1-0 victory, 3-1 aggregate, of course, not the sort of spectacular match that we're after, really, but we've got ourselves into the final, that is the main thing. And it's kind of been the case for the last few episodes where we've not really managed to perform as well, hence why we've not managed to be able to win the league or be in the race for the league title, at least, anyway. But we've done enough in this game, and that's pretty much been the case for the sort of back end of the season. We've just kind of done enough. And then at times we've obviously dropped off and then dropped points. So we've got done enough to get into the final, obviously happy about that. But I wanted to get in there a little bit more comfortably than the way that we've done. So it's just a 1-0 victory, and that was with the only shot on target that we had. The final will be against either Atletico Madrid or Bayern Munich, depends who managed to get through into the next round. And yeah, as you can see, that big scoreline, 5-all in there. Like, okay, so on to the penultimate league game of the season against Chelsea. Originally I was going to play this game. I think we're going to sim it purely because obviously the league is over now. There's no real sort of decision as to who finishes in what place. I think we need one more point to confirm second place still, as I think Liverpool have 3 games currently left to play. So we're going to sim this game against Chelsea. Obviously we're hoping to string ourselves a result. You can see we've changed the team around. It's also an away game as well, so I've got to bear that in mind. That might make things a little bit tricky in this game. The actual final of the Champions League is still a few weeks away, so we can afford to put out a strongish team. Belotti starts up front and has scored the goal 24 minutes in. That's good news. Approaching half-time now. Costa equalises just before half-time. Sensio puts us back into the lead, though, a few minutes into the second half. 30 minutes left of this game. I'd happily take a victory here against the team that have won the league. De Bruyne puts us 3-1 up, and we're going to win this game. And it's finished 3-1. Really happy with that. 3 points as well. Now we are confirmed second place, which is obviously fantastic news. Obviously as high as we could finish, so happy about that. We've confirmed second place, so we can now purely focus on the Champions League, which means we'll also be seeing the next league game in today's episode as well, so that then next episode we can just have that whole episode to play the final game of the season, and maybe even the final game of the series. Kind of depends what you guys want to say in the comment section below. There's not much longer left, to be honest, with FIFA 17 now, so I might just end it at the end of this season. We'll have to wait and see. But I'll give you guys another episode to leave your comments in the comment section below, and I'll listen to what you guys say there. As well as what I think will be best as well for the next week that we have of FIFA 17. On to some play drills though before we sim the next league game, and it's Neves go to 69 overall. Had a good week there for him, 4 attributes he goes up on, so a decent week. Hopefully going to get into 70 overall pretty soon, maybe not by the end of the season, so we'll have to just wait and see. There's still a few weeks left, should be a few more drills that we're able to do. Okay, so it's the final game of today's episode, and it's going to be again simmed against Sunderland. What we'll also do at the end of today's episode is go through the squad reports. I know it's not quite the end of the season, but we're near enough there, to be honest, and we'll probably dedicate the whole of next episode to the final game of the season. We're obviously finishing a little bit awkwardly in terms of the amount of games we have left, but we'll crack on with this game against Sunderland. It's a heavily changed team, protecting a lot of players, of course, for that game that we have coming up in about a week or two, I think, against, I think it's Bayern Munich, although I didn't actually check. So we'll wait and see how we get on in this game. Still obviously looking to get the 3 points. Liverpool losing their match after Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain scores in 11 minutes in. Can we get ourselves a goal in the first half? Yes, through Kyle Walker. That's 41 minutes in. Delph makes it 2-0, and that's 47 minutes in. We're in the second half with 30 minutes to go now, and we're going to skip and see how we get on. 2-1, casually pulled one back for Sunderland, didn't quite have the clean sheet, but at least we got ourselves the 3 points there. Also got Neves another appearance as well. I'm not so sure whether he's managed to do 10 appearances just yet. There's 1 game left. He's either on 9 or 10. We'll have a little look, see how he's doing. 9 appearances, so has to make the final one of the Champions League final at some point. Got £190 million there for coming second in the league. Obviously, disappointed not to win it. We were unable to achieve that objective. We're so close to achieving some of the other ones. We've done most of the other ones, to be honest, other than win the FA Cup as well. Went out in the quarterfinals there. I think it was against Man United, so yeah, not particularly great. I expect the board to be pretty disappointed with the season, as am I, to be honest. I was hoping to win everything in what will probably be our final season of the Man.City career mode. Haven't managed to do that, of course. So yeah, but I think we've done some good stuff as well, currently in the Champions League final still, and I don't think we've quite won that yet. I'm pretty sure that we've lost in the final a few times, so if we can win that, then that'll obviously be a huge improvement, but would have been nice to have won everything in the same season. Hasn't happened, sadly, but still we have done, I think, pretty well over the 4 seasons. Okay, so some more play drills now. I think this might be the final set of drills before the game in the Champions League final. We brought in Neves to do quite a few different drills this week, so we'll see how he does. Goes up on a couple of attributes. Pereira goes up on a couple as well, which is good. I don't know whether Neves will quite manage to make it to 70 overall by the end of the season. Look at all these youth players terminating the contracts. Can't promote any of them though, because there's no space in our squad. Okay, so this is the team that we'll go with for the final game of the season in the Champions League final. We won't play it in today's episode though, but this is the team that we'll go with. Donnarumma, Cancelo, Stones, Tar, Alaba, Saul, De Bruyne, Asensio, Sterling, Sané and Gabriel Jesus starting as our team. This match that we've gone with, Nerig, Rose, Delph, Gundogan, Silva, Moreno and Belotti all starting on there. You can see all the players missing out here. Was going to give Company potentially his final game, but I don't think he'll have a space in the team. Actually, got to put Neves on the bench. Nearly forgot. He has to find a place on the bench somewhere. It's going to have to be Moreno that he replaces, I think. He needs to get his 10th appearance. Not that it really matters, to be honest, because we are pretty much, I think, going to end at the end of this season, so it doesn't really matter if we don't meet that objective, but I'd like to do it anyway, just so that we can say that we've finally done that youth objective, which I don't think we ever did in any of the previous seasons. So it's against Atletico Madrid, not Bayern Munich, and a game that we'll play next episode. Looking forward to it. The final game of the series, probably, so we'll wait and see how we get on. We'll quickly do a squad report, though, before we end today's episode, going through some of the different players. We won't do one, I don't think, next episode, with us doing one right now. Donnarumma goes up 1 overall this season. Obviously, it's for 89 overall, 21 years old. He was really good since coming back. £60 million, I think, was well spent on him. Cancelo's gone up 2. Stones has gone up 1 this season. Tar's gone up 2 as well. We've got Alaba there going up 1 overall. De Bruyne remained the same this season. Played a lot of games for us, though. Sol 88 overall, but didn't go up. Asensio went up 2. Got Sterling there remaining at 88 overall. Gabriel Jesus only went up 1 this season. I was hoping for a little bit more, to be honest. Sané only went up 1 as well since rejoining. Got Nerik going up 2 this season since coming on loan from Dortmund. Delph going down 1 overall due to him hitting 30 years old. Rose remaining the same, as you'd expect. Neves going up 3 overalls as well. Has 9 appearances so far after that 10th one next episode. Silva's got 2 overalls this season. He's done a pretty good job for us. Belotti going up 1. Got Gundogan remaining the same. We've got Cabral, who's not played that many times for us, in fact, not at all. Has got 5 overalls for us this season. Morgan's got up 2 after playing 1 game. Diaz has got up 2 as well. Moreno's got up 1. We've got Kone there, who's actually had a decent amount of game time. 10 games for him this season. 10 appearances, 6 overalls he's gone up, so actually done pretty well. Menendez, who hasn't played at all, going up 4 overalls. Harrison going up 4 as well. Ferreira going up 3 this season. We've got Ribeiro going up 6. He's had a few games under his belt. Not really impacted us that much, to be honest. Allen going up 5 overalls. He's done pretty well. Ferreira going up 3. Castro goes up 4 as well. 1 for Jesus. That's Pedro Jesus, who hasn't played. We've got Manuel going up 5. He's had a few games as well. Thought more than 5 matches, to be honest. Thought he'd had a couple more than that, maybe. We've got Carter going up 6 overalls. He only had 9 appearances, but done pretty average, to be honest, since when playing them. Richardson's got up 5 this season. He's only had 3 appearances. Gomez has gone up 11. Been pretty excited by him, to be honest. 7 appearances, though. Again, would have thought maybe he'd had a few more, but 11 overall increase, so really, really good from him. We've got Ojeda, I think, going up 4 overalls. He's transfer listed. He only had 1 appearance. Pereira going up 11 this season. He's done a really good job for us. Got a few assists as well and a couple of goals. We've got Rose going up 4 overalls, hasn't played for us. Lopez going up 1 overall. Humphreys Grant going up 2. Patrick Roberts going up 2 as well, only had a couple of appearances for him. Selena going up 2 overalls this season. Neymar remained the same, obviously out injured still for another 6 weeks. Not too many goals and assists really, considering he had 30 appearances. That was after a few more than that when we spent so much money on him, and he's 94 overall, of course. Mangala remains at 81 overall, 24 appearances for him this season. He's actually returned from injury and could be maybe a part in that Champions League final match, although he's not in the squad currently. This will be a bit of a surprise inclusion if I was to change it. Kyle Walker is 85 overall, starting to go down on one of his stats there, his ball control since hitting 30 years old. He's actually got himself a goal this season as well. Company down 3, of course we know why that is, due to his age. Then this is on to the lone players now. Menendez, our left mid, has got 5 overalls this season, so done pretty well. Carrizo there for year overall time going up 4. We've had Cook going up 5 overalls this season, Alvarez going up 4 overalls as well, and Branco going up 4 overalls for us, as well as Pastore going up 3. And that is all our loan players that we had out as well. So some decent growth there for the loan players in particular. Some of our players in the squad I was hoping to have increased maybe a little bit more this season that actually haven't. And a little bit surprising that they haven't as well. But maybe sums up some of the performances, I think, throughout the season when we have been a little bit inconsistent. But that is everything for today's episode. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll come back tomorrow for the game that we have, obviously, against Atletico Madrid in the Champions League final. We might also have a few other different things happening in that episode, as well as just, of course, playing in that game. Thank you all so much for watching. If we could try and hit 100 likes, I'd really appreciate it. Also, if you're new to the channel or if you haven't subscribed yet, please go ahead, hit that subscribe as well down below, and that'd be absolutely fantastic. Obviously, looking forward to FIFA 18 now in the next week or two. Hopefully, you guys can join me for some of those videos. I'll be announcing shortly the first 2 teams that I'll be doing a FIFA 18 career mode with, and yeah, we'll make that announcement hopefully in the next few days. Thanks for watching, I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.